and welcome to the Homepage Network and a special edition of Moving Together. I'm Sarah Vogt. My guest is Joe Cannon, who holds a master's degree in exercise science and a bachelor's in chemistry and biology. For over 20 years, Joe has been helping people sort dietary supplement facts from fiction. I personally met Joe over 10 years ago while attending a class he was teaching for my personal trainer certification course. He has mentored many of us over the years, including myself, about the scientific facts of great health. He has not only been a mentor and a teacher, but he's become a good friend. Joe, I recently reached out to you about a supplement I was taking because I have chosen to eat a plant-based diet. You gladly checked into it for me and gave me your scientific opinion, and then asked me about checking certain chemistries like my B12, D, and iron. My doctor had ordered those recently while I was at my yearly physical, and thankfully those results all came back in the normal range. I am so blessed for the health that I am enjoying. And Joe, I feel really good too. So what first inspired you or motivated you to help others with your research about dietary supplements?
Well, a long time ago, I started writing for a magazine in the Philadelphia area, and I quickly learned as I started to look at the research did not sync with what I was seeing advertised in newspapers and TV and later on the internet. And so I started telling people about what their scientific facts actually were. And I found that a lot of times when I looked into dietary supplements, the marketing and the research didn't always jive with each other. And so I'm a research guy. I like to transform the research into ways in which everybody can understand it while still making it scientifically correct. So essentially, I'm a bit of a transformer. I like telling people what the science says so you can make your own decision on what you think is best for you.
And that's what I love about what you're doing, right? You give back information to us. When I ask you a question or anyone asks you a question, then you answer right back to us and give us more evidence to work with. So I really appreciate that about you.
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, we actually live in an ocean of information. We all have computers in our pockets, but now more than ever, it's very difficult to figure out, what is right for us and how do you discern the marketing hype over what is actually being found in a laboratory. And so that's one of the things that I try to bring to the table. Again, trying to make the science accessible to everybody so you don't have to have a master's degree or a PhD to understand this. So, I'm very pleased that I'm able to help you and other people.
Well, I know you understand exercising because you have a degree in exercise science. Can you tell us 3 benefits of exercising?
One thing that exercise will do is it can actually turn on good genes and turn off bad genes. And this is actually important because, in years past, they would say you're doomed by your genetics and pick your parents well. Now we know that this is not true. Upwards of 80% of what happens to us is not due to our genes, it's due to how we live our life. And we know from various studies that the way you live your life, exercise, again, eating a more plant-based diet, more colorful diet, not smoking, get physical activity, these actually have what they call epigenetic effects. The epigenome is a branch of genetics that deals with how our environment can actually impact and change how our genes are expressed. And getting exercise on a regular basis is one way in which we could make those good genes more expressible. So this in turn would lower the risk of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, etc. So that's one way that exercise can benefit us by helping our genes be healthier, if you will. What exercise does is it makes the immune system more vigilant, more robust. So if you were to, say, get an infection, it's more likely to attack that infection much more quicker, which in turn can reduce the risk of getting colds and flus and stuff like that. So definitely enhancing the immune system is another way. And then a third way which exercise can benefit us is we think of exercise as strengthening our muscles, and that's really, really important. But I usually like to try to call people's attention to a phenomenon that a lot of them are not aware of yet, and it's called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia refers to the loss of muscle size and muscle strength that occur as we get older. And unfortunately, sarcopenia doesn't really happen when we're 80 and 90. Sarcopenia begins slowly and painlessly in our mid-30s to mid-40s if we don't do something to maintain that muscle strength. And again, one of the best ways to do that is to do resistance type exercise. By placing resistance on the muscles, you strengthen those muscles so that they regain their strength, and this can in turn help us, stay in our house longer so you don't eventually wind up in a nursing home. It allows you to do your daily activities better. It can raise your metabolism a little better, but also it actually can just keep us healthier longer. And I think that this is a big issue in America. I oftentimes call sarcopenia a national security problem because in America we're getting older and we're not exercising like we should. And I look into the future, how will that bode well for our country in 50 years? And I don't like what I see. And so I try to call people's attention to the fact that just because you're older does not mean you cannot regain strength. One of my favorite studies was people who were over the age of 90. The oldest was 100. And for 1 month, they had them do one single exercise. In 1 month's time, those people became 174% stronger. Some of their balance improved so much they no longer needed walkers and canes anymore, and their muscles started to actually get bigger. So that's another way that in which exercise can benefit us. Again, helping us stay stronger so we can stay in our houses longer, so we don't have to, depend on other people, and really can reduce the risk of disability as we grow older. So those are 3 ways that, again, we could talk all day on the benefits of exercise. I'm not kidding when I say exercise is the most powerful drug in the world. And for people watching us right now who think maybe I'm using some hyperbole there, I would say get on your search engine of choice and just type in exercise in a pill. You will see references to how pharmaceutical companies have been trying to duplicate the effects of exercise for decades, because any drug company that duplicates exercise is going to have a massive increase in their stock price. And so they've been chasing this for years. I don't think they're going to get it anytime soon. But what can I say is that a drug like that would cost a lot of money. Exercise is free. You can do it in your home right now. There was a study that came out several years ago that found that if all you did was walk for 15 minutes a day, that translated into about 3 extra years of life. And so that's another reason to go slow and steady. This is really a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Joe, one of the reasons I wanted to do this broadcast with you today was really to thank you and really to show you honor for all the work that you've done for all of us professionals in the field of exercise. And for those of us who are just beginning to start a healthier lifestyle, I want to say thanks.
Thank you.
If you'd like more information about supplement facts, or just the facts about good health, please visit Joe's website at joe-cannon.com and supplementclarity.com. He's been quoted in the New York Times and has appeared on various TV news shows. He's even lectured to the NASA community. Next time on Moving Together, registered dietitian Jen Davis will be joining me to talk about the joys of eating a plant-based diet, or at least eating more fruits and vegetables. Thanks for joining us on Moving Together, and grab a friend for a time of hiking, biking, walking, swimming, running, golfing, and camping. Keep moving with some fun through life.
For all your N's, C and N.